good quality, close, trusting, safe, supportive friendships. We all need at least a couple of them in our lives in order to have really good, solid mental health and well-being. And now I'm talking about friendship here, and your partner could be included in this. But it's not a given that everyone's partner is also a good friend to them. But your partner could be a good friend to you, could be one of your good friends. So I'm going to talk about just all close relationships in general that include every category of person or relationship in your life and what it takes to have good quality ones. There are 3 main elements according to research, and I'm going to share those with you in just a minute. But first, if you're new here, welcome to our incredible little corner on the internet. Take a second, introduce yourself in the comment section below. And if you're back again, it is always good to have you. My name is Kristina, and I am a registered clinical therapist, a researcher, a coach, and the creator of my membership community, the Shift Society, where we are taking this work to the next level. You're being guided, supported, and coached the whole way through. You can get more information about the Shift Society in the description below. I help heart-centered humans break through the crap that is holding them back so that they can like themselves and their lives more every day. And Juno, my miniature schnauzer, is a little restless right now. So you can probably hear her maybe squeaking her little squeaky toy in the background, walking around with her little toes clipping across the hardwood floor. But Juno, we're gonna walk after we are done here. And in the meantime, you might hear little remnants of her while we are having this conversation. So why do we need healthy, good, strong, solid, supportive, trusting relationships in our lives? Obviously, we need relationships because we are hardwired for connection. We are social beings. We are relational beings. But not only that, we need relationships for our mental health and well-being. We need them in order to feel good. And further to that, if we don't have them, we are more likely to experience loneliness. And research shows that chronic loneliness can shave off as much as 8 years from a person's life. So not only are we social beings and relationships are good for our mental health, but they are also essential for our physical health. Having healthy, good relationships also helps us be able to respond better to stress. They cause us to have fewer health issues, and they allow us to have a more positive, hopeful outlook on life when we have people that are really close to us in our lives, when we feel that sense of love and support and belonging from, it doesn't need to be from everyone or even a ton of people, but a couple really good quality people in our lives, as well as people who have good, solid friendships and relationships tend to have just a healthier lifestyle. Especially if you are going out and doing things with your friends, that it's getting you out of the house. Oftentimes, friendship involves doing activities together, being outdoors, doing things that are physical, going off and having experiences or adventures. So yeah, having high quality relationships is important. So now, as promised, what does it take to have those high quality relationships? What are the 3 main elements that we need to have in place? There may be more, and depending on what you want out of a relationship, some of the other things are going to be subjective. But these are the 3 main ones that all solid, secure, healthy, supportive, loving, good relationships need to have non-negotiable. The first one is that the relationship needs to have a high capacity for both positive and negative emotions. So this means that good relationships, good friends are able to be with you and join you in celebrating your joy, and vice versa. When things are going well, they are able to be happy with you and for you, and you are able to be happy with and for them. It also means that you are both able to be there for each other when things aren't so good. that you're able to be there to love and support and be present with one another when things are hard, when you're in seasons of struggle, when you're having a bad day, and you can reach out to that person or they can reach out to you, and there will be a capacity in the relationship to be able to create space for that person's struggles. Second element, there has to be a willingness to tolerate disagreement or conflict. That there has to be a willingness to be flexible in the face of conflict, that you are willing to disagree with each other, but it's not going to destroy the entire relationship if you do. That you're both willing to talk about things, to work things out, to fight cleanly and fairly, and be open to the other person's experience or perspective. If they're upset with you or something, you don't automatically go into blame or defensiveness. I know it's hard, and it's so easy to go into either of those things when we feel like someone is coming at us for something that we've done or said, or some way that we've hurt or upset or disappointed them. But being willing to try to hear them out, understand where they're coming from, say our piece, and then them hopefully being, again, willing to be open to where we are coming from. And then there is an earnest and honest attempt to work the thing out, or at least come to a point where you can agree to disagree on something. You don't always have to agree with each other in a close relationship, but there has to be a certain level of understanding and acceptance for the other person's perspective, for where the other person might be coming from. Which leads us beautifully into number 3, which is that good, solid, secure, healthy relationships include an openness to each person's ideas or perspectives, beliefs, values, or opinions. That both people are allowed to be themselves in the relationship, and both people are able to respect that person for who they are and what they think and how they think and what they believe. It doesn't mean that you have to always agree on the same things. It doesn't always mean that you have to see things the same way, but there is a mutual acceptance and respect for the other person and how they see things, what they think, how they think, what they believe, why they believe. Because if there isn't, then there is going to be this kind of power differential where both people, or maybe one person, thinks that they are right, and they're going to be looking down on the other person, and there's going to be this air of like judgment or criticism or superiority by that person, which can create a whole bunch of dysfunctional dynamics in a relationship. So being open to the other person, and take it a step further and have conversations to try to understand where someone is coming from. Because everyone has their ideas, their beliefs, their perspectives, their values, their morals based on something that has happened, or that they have been through, or that they have experienced, or that they have witnessed. And so really understanding that it all comes from somewhere, and the more we can understand someone, the less likely we are to judge them. So again, high capacity for both positive and negative emotions. Number 2 is flexibility in the midst of conflict. And number 3 is an openness to other ideas or perspectives. Now I want you to take a moment and reflect. Do you have at least one person in your life who you share all 3 of these things with? Let me know in the comment section below. And if not, which one of them could you see yourself starting to work on, being more aware of? Start bringing into some of those closer, more meaningful relationships in order to make them even better, even closer, even safer, even healthier. Let me know below. It is always good to have you here. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, take good care of yourselves, take good care of those around you. Bye for now.